Hello, beautiful. Today we're going to be talking about the book summary of Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover Tawwab. If teaches it it teaches readers how to stand up for themselves and set limits with others to achieve a fulfilling life. The book provides a clear formula for identifying boundary issues, communicating the need for boundaries, and following through with action. So, reading this book, you will learn how to say no and improve relationships with coworkers, partners, friends, and family. So, get ready to learn how to say no and enjoy fulfilling relationships with coworkers, partners, family, and friends. So, do you need boundaries in your life? People often seek therapy for conflicts, self-care, time management, and concerns about social media. However, boundary problems are rarely acknowledged. These issues are often the result of boundary violations and can be solved by learning to communicate boundaries. Establishing boundaries in relationships is important because we often agree to do things for others that are not in our best interest, such as lending money for favor or doing favors when we don't have time. It's a lifelong skill that requires practice. Being honest about your expectations and limitations can prevent conflicts and heartache. It is important to communicate your wishes clearly to others. Before you start learning how to set boundaries, you should determine whether you actually have boundary issues. According to Tawwab, the most common signs that you need boundaries are feelings of resentment toward people for asking for your help, the need to avoid phone calls and interactions with people you think might ask for something, frequent comments about helping people and getting nothing in return, feeling burnt out, frequent daydreams about dropping everything and disappearing, the lack of time for yourself. Setting boundaries is the root of self-care. Boundaries are expectations and needs that help you feel safe and comfortable in relationships. The lack of boundaries can lead to mental and emotional distress, as is in the case of Tawwab's patient Kim. Kim was overwhelmed and exhausted from trying to do everything perfectly and always saying yes to others. Tawwab helped Kim realize that setting boundaries was the solution rather than improving time management skills. Like many other people who have boundary issues, Kim could not see the difference between the things she really had to do and the things she could delegate. She thought the only way to help others was to say yes to doing everything herself. But did Kim's friend really need her help with moving? Or could she find someone else? Was Kim obliged to assist her colleague with the project? Perhaps she could give him some pieces of advice and let him do the rest without her assistance. When we get caught up in our desire to help others, by all means, we eventually become overwhelmed, depressed, anxious, or resentful. On the flip side, healthy boundaries makes us feel safe, loved, calm, and respected. And this is because they are, in Tawwab's words, the root of self-care.